Ho, 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 it's Christmas in 1899. Oh, yeah, it's almost the turn of the century. And we've been going for 50 years. There's a little bit of money in the bank, 25 million. Thank you very much. And guess what? The Transport Fever 2 Tiny Map Challenge is over. Yep, that's a wrap on this series. Did I have fun? Did you have fun? I know I did. Stupid question, did I have fun? Yeah, but did you have fun? G'day, I'm Stephen Spry, and today I want to share with you 11 interesting details I dug up while doing the previous 29 episodes of the Tiny Map Challenge. And the first one, well, you know when we come in... Oh, hang on, before we get onto that, look at all these vehicles. If I had money, I could do so much upgrading. But we're not doing that. No, we're not. I'm sharing what I discovered. And one of the things I discovered was, you know these horrible white screens that you get? Yep. And that was the line manager and the vehicle manager. Yep. Guess what? You don't have to look at that. It's not often you uncover a tip that is not widely known in an established game, and I found a way to save your eyes from the glare. It's quite simple. You ready? Okay, every time you're faced with this white screen of pain, just simply press 11, double 1, on the keypad. And voila, it's all gone. I don't know whether that's any easier to look at, but it's not glary anymore. No. So there we go, double 1. How about that? It obviously doesn't work on the contour layer because that's what you're meant to see, and if you press 1 again, well, guess what? It disappears. But if you don't have a keypad and you want to do that, what do you do about it? Well, go to Settings, go to Controls, scroll down until you find the where are we? Keypad one. Show hide contour lines layer, and just press any key. Let's make it the G key. There we go. G. Will that work? I don't know. I'm going to press the G key and see what happens. Ready, set, double G. Well, gee whiz, that works. So there you go. That's the first of 11 interesting details I dug up while playing my Tiny Map Challenge. Now there's something that just kills my vibe when I'm playing Transport Fever 2, and that's when the train engines do a flip-flop at the end of their route. And normally this train would come in, yes. It would load up with its coal, yes. And then it would flip-flop, and the engine would go from this end up to that end, and it would continue. Right, yeah, that's not realistic, is it? No, not really, no. How about it reverses? Righto, I see. It's not flip-flopping, no. And that's something I've tried to do a lot of in this particular series, in this challenge, is to avoid flip-flopping. And we've got 2 trains on this route that come down to our southern portal, and as you can see, this guy is backing up the hill. Now over a short distance like that, that's fair enough. You can get away with it. I mean, if you were going from here to the other end of the map, that might look a bit dopey. But how do we do that? Well, there's a mod called the Standardised Reversing Rules, and there's a fake wagon that you can end at the end. You can put at the end of your train. Selected trains, doesn't have to. There's some mods that apply to all and make all of them reverse and so on. No, this is set trains. You can choose which train you want it on. Just put the force reverse thing, and it enables reverse for that particular train. Brilliant idea. But that's one way of stopping the flip-flopping. The other way is to use the Spitzkehre mod, yes, and make a Y. A what? Oh no, not that joke again. Sorry. Okay. Make a Y. Here we go. That's the Y. We just missed him. What a shame. Well, how about we just hit the pause button and wait till he gets back? Well, fair enough. I'll do that. And the Stratford passenger train has returned. It only took a couple of months. That's a pretty long train journey, but never mind. Hey, here's how he works this out. He's coming in forwards into this part of the Y, and this is the Spitzkehre part here, that bit right there. He drives up into that, yes. And because he's got the, double one, quick, practice what you preach. Because he's got the forced reversed fake wagon on the back of it, yeah, he is now able to reverse into the station. Want to speed it up a bit? Sure. Otherwise we'll be here forever. Yeah, it's supposed to be a quick. Yeah, I know. There you go. How's that? Nice and fast? Yeah, so he reverses into the station, and now he's pointing in the correct direction. Now I've got one line. This one has a Y at both ends, yes. I've got another line that has a combination, where are we? Over here. This passenger line, the blue one, the blue Southern Pax, he goes in there, reverses into a Spitzkehre here, at Stowmarket Y, and then drives out, yeah, and then, up here, goes through the other common tactic that you use. In fact, my goodness, is that him? No, it isn't. Bugger. Okay, goes through what is a balloon loop. That's what it's called. Basically, it looks like a balloon. And you basically have either one track in or one track out of your balloon loop. You can do what you like with it here. But there we go. The other trains on the map, they all use some sort of looping structure. There's about another 26 trains that do some sort of looping structure. Let's have a quick look at the routes. Ooh, you ready? Double one. It didn't work. I wasn't quick enough. We'll do it again. It did work. You just weren't close enough. Well, that's a point. Yeah. So the coal one, for example, it comes in, does a loop around there, and back out. All the trains, this steel train, he doesn't do any looping stuff. He just point to point with the forced reverse thing on the end of it. There's an oil train, a fuel train that comes in around here. He comes in on the main and loops around. So with the loop and or the Spitzkehre with the Y, you can avoid any flip-flopping. In most cases, it's dead easy to do. And I think adds a touch of realism. Now, it's a small map. You can't do everything on a small map. No, you can't. So I have 3 areas I've called portals on the map. There's Jaegers to the south, right. There's Wagus over here to the west, yes. And to the north we have boring the northern Kaga. What happened to Nagus? Well, yeah, alright, okay. In each case, what you've got here is a triple track Spitzkehre, so that you can use it as a sort of station with invisible platforms if you want to, and then the balloon track out. So it allows trains to come in and turn around. Now we've got one here. Where is our oil train? Here he goes. This guy. If you look where the crude goes, oh, the black one, yes, better speed him up. Okay, he comes out here, through the tunnel, yes, comes into here and fills up, believe it or not, with fuel. I don't believe it. Sorry, you want these on, do you, to prove it? There we go. There we go. Crude. How does he do that? Well, this is a combination of the Spitzkehre mod here, yes, and the Freestyle Industries mod there. So these portals, i.e. places at the edge of the map that are linked to the outside world, at these portals you can set things up like this, where you can import goods or export goods. Over here, for example, at Jaegers, we are importing plastics and steel. I don't think we're actually bringing any crude in, but we are importing those things. In fact, this train here, yep, he's fuel and steel. There's two of them on that route. So he does the loop, picks up his stuff, yes, and then heads on all the way up to here, right, and drops it off at Windermere. Okay, so that's portals. That's very interesting. Now, another problem with the small map, the tiny map I should say, not so much the small one, is that not all the industries actually automatically appear on a tiny map, which means that you've got to use either the sandbox mod, which is this one, allows you to add whatever industry you like by just, you know, clicking and placing, yep, or coming in and adding your freestyle industry, which I've used quite often. Okay, I've added a freestyle industry here, a forest. There's another forest there, and there's another forest there. So I've added lots and lots of forests. Another forest here. Okay, so, and let's take our private train. Where's private train? Where are you, sir? Good question. Where are you? I'll be here somewhere, man. Let's have a look. Hope you're not in the depot. There he is. Okay, and at the moment he's going back up to the logging camp. I love this one. I love this, you know, old timber trestle through the pine trees, raised trestle. That was fun making this one. But this has been made with a normal freight train platform, winding round. Where is it going? It winds round, climbs up the hill. Okay, tunnels, bridges, yep. And voila, one logging camp. Oh, that's cute. And it has the Freestyle Industries mod there to generate the timber. Right, oh, we've even got, yep, lots of stumps. The accommodation for the workers, there, oh, that's probably, come on, there would probably be the mess, and over here would be the sleeping quarters, perhaps. And a question was raised on how the workers get up here. Well, on the back of this train, there's a box car, right? Because there's no road up here, and maybe I should have put a. Where's the box car? Oh, drat! It used to be. Well, okay, those guys are going to have to ride on. OHS is going to have a field day. Sorry, MGL, you were right. Oops. Yeah, well, whatever. It's 1900. I don't think those things were such a problem then. Yeah. But the good thing is, oh, here we go. He didn't flip-flop. Notice? Because, ta-da, he's got the force reverse on the back of it. So he will drive all the way from Windy Private Forest down into Windermere backwards. Okay, good. Now, what else did I have fun with in this place? See this guy here? I've got two little shunters, yard shunters, working feverishly away. They make absolutely nothing. Cost what? Well, a little bit, but they cost 100k a year, and they're just there for a bit of action. See? That's what he does. And how does he do that? Well, he's got the force reverse thing on so that he has to reverse, just backwards and forwards. And then he goes from these various Spitzkehre stations that we've placed. Where's the one up here? Right. Under U. It would be under U, wouldn't it? Here we go. Windy Yard Shunt North. That's it right there. He just simply goes backwards and forwards between those points. So that is a great use of the Spitzkehre mod. And this guy, our mixed freight, how do you get backwards in there? Well, again, we saw him up the other end. He does the loop up at Jaegers, but he has the force reverse on him, right? Because when he comes in here, he comes in on the approach track, goes up to there, the head shunt, another longer Spitzkehre, and then backs in to this point. So you can simulate shunting as much as you like by playing with these things. I think that's really great. Okay, now the other thing, this, yes, believe it or not, is all one station. My God, it is too. It's all over here and over there, and yep. If I click here, it highlights that. Okay, and we've done the same thing over here too. No, you haven't. You're telling porkies. I have. No, I'm not telling porkies. This is a normal one there that goes on that angle. But the other one, that is that fella, look, he's oh, how can I best show this? This platform, that platform, and all of this is all part of this station. Right. Well, that's interesting. Well, asymmetric stations. Okay, think about doing them that way instead of just doing them this way, because even this one is asymmetric to a point because it's got shorter and longer platforms. Okay, different varying lengths. Just to mix it up a little bit, like here. Normally you might just have that. There's a big gap in the middle, and that's all part of the one station. But we also managed to build this little complex over here that is still part of that station. Okay, all right. Now, because it's a tiny map, right, you don't get lost over in other corners of the map, miles away from things. You get a chance to focus on smaller areas, like this one, for example. Yeah, okay. And, well, placing various carriages on the sidings carefully so that guy could back right up there and look like he's shunting those carriages. Yep. Adding more details like the fuel oil here, the coal, the water tower, the sanding tower, a couple of parked engines. Yeah, yep. And they're all free, by the way. free, as in they don't cost anything. Oh, hello, train. My gosh, you're coming in a hurry. Yep. You've also got horses. Hello, horses. Horses, cows, sheep, animals, and so on that you can add. Give it a bit more realism. Obviously, they need a fence. Where are the cows? Cows are here. Yes, hello, cows. Good. More water towers, more sanding towers. Essential for the steam era. And here, yep. And, cute. Are they doing anything? Well, they are moving ever so slowly. Right. Other yard features that you can add. A signal box. Oh, righto. Several different variations of the signal box. So that's 3 windows. What's this one over here? He's got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so he's a bit bigger. A yard office. Right. Another yard office over there. So, all sorts of things. And, you know, it's stuff that normally, with the bigger map, because you get distracted, you know, over here and whoop, playing with line rates or whatever, you don't get a chance to do the detailing. And if you haven't had a look at it, yes, speaking of detailing, Stowmarket Yard, we've got our shunting train here, doing all sorts of interesting stuff in the yard, backwards and forwards. Does he make any money? No. No, they cost you money, but they look good. Bit of movement. Righto, okay. But we've got more crew facilities and engine stuff, and a few parked carriages. Yep. A couple more parked carriages, right. Just to spruce the place up a bit. A fence all the way around. I have no idea how many times I've moved this fence, but I have killed it several times, and that would explain. No, I thought there was a gap there. There is a gap there. Oh dear. Yep. All right, but yeah, I had to move that quite often, but to put in extra tracks and all that sort of stuff. But here we go, backing in, pretending to shunt. My gosh, you are looking very. Yes, I know. Yeah, poor thing, needs some repair work done. Okay, what else have we got? Well, I did mention line rates just a second ago, and you can't afford to waste money on a tiny map, so that right from the get-go, here we go, right from the get-go, when we installed this line here, that line, yep. Now, if you don't know already, a farm can produce 200, right? 200 grain, yep. And as you can see, we're producing 200, we're shipping 200, we're transporting 100% of it, and that's because our line rate is 200. You don't want it any more than that, because otherwise you're going to have vehicles driving around that are empty. And that's not good. Waste of money. So you have to get your line rates working on matching the production of your farm and the demand for food and all of that sort of stuff right from the get-go, because you don't want too many trucks that are too inefficient. Okay, speaking of trucks and inefficiency, yes. Okay, this road through here didn't exist, and neither did this one. So the initial route for the farm, those guys, come on, you played this game enough to know which buttons to press. You'd imagine, I get flustered. Alright, where were we? Ah yes, the initial route for the farm went along here, yes, and then up that bloody great big steep hill, which, as you can see, if we follow Lexi, Lexi, we'll just hop in with you for a sec. This hill, whoa, it's slowing down, isn't it? It's terrible. It's absolutely shocker. So diligently thought, okay, we're not going to bring our horsies, and then coming back up this side. Erin, how fast are you going? 5. Ooh, 2 horses' heads. Yuck. Yeah, too steep. So, one of the things you should do, particularly with the tiny map, it's important, more so here, is to carefully plot as inexpensive shortcut that you possibly can in, so that you can get over to the food processing plant in this case. And then work out how to get the food from here over to town. So that's what this road is, which basically only has our little horses. There we go. Only our horses on it. We don't have any private traffic. They seem to prefer the main highway, which is good. Now, while we're talking about that, you got to remember that you get paid for the direct distance between A and B. So this one here, for example, grain 2, yep. Why does he go all the way up the other end? Well, he earns $3,000 a load there, and he only gets paid. You only get paid the direct distance between the two, right? So this is a concept that I am told is called max point, so that you go from the furthest to the left in this case, yeah, and the furthest to the right in this case that looks legit. I mean, technically I could probably take him up to here. They could deliver the grain up to here. It wouldn't make sense, but that is connected to the food processing plant. But no, that would be just dumb. So what we do is stretch it out a little, which goes against the whole idea of this game. When you're playing a bigger map, you tend to probably put the truck stations this side as close as you can get them to the industry. Like if we were playing normally, this truck station wouldn't be right next to the farm, it'd be up here somewhere, and this truck station would be up here somewhere to shorten the distance. But in this game, not so. You need the better payday. So what do you do when, here we go, the distance, the direct distance, this is something that I should copyright. No, you shouldn't. Okay, I won't. Alright, the steel factory needs coal, right? Yep. If you were to build a line that made sense to go from the coal mine around to the steel factory, yep, it would go around there, as that does, yes, or it would basically come around here as this road does, yeah. But you only get paid for the distance between the two of them. Oh, that's a bit slack. Yeah, so, you're going around the world and not getting paid for it. So you're going up, around, and down. You're really only getting paid 1, 2, 3, a third. So, this is my copyrighted idea. Oh, really? Yep. If you look closely here, these guys, Southern Coal to Yogus, right? They bring the coal from the mine down to here, right? And this fellow, right, he is going to earn some money Come on, how much are you going to earn? Show us. Show us. He's going to earn some money for this leg of the trip. He's going to earn $264,000 for that leg of the trip. He unloads his coal there using the Spitzkehre mod, and it gets loaded onto this train, right? So leg 1, yep. Leg 2 up to here. All right, well, let's fast forward this guy then and see how much he earns. Roger that. 264,000. It's a Borsig. Are you still running Borsigs? It's flat. You can get away with the cheap train on the flat. Don't panic. Trees, more trees. And they look good in black with all that brass too. I suppose they do. Okay, he's coming in. Not quite full. Okay, you want a full one, do you? Are you full? No, you're not full either. Ooh, that's something you should probably investigate then, Stephen. No. Okay, well don't then. No, I won't. But, whoops, where are we? Here we go. Now, we're doing this really fast because we've got to get in here. And get around the loop. Right. We're going to be waiting here. No, we have the green. Oh, there we go. Can you just slow down a bit, please? No, not that slow. Alright. Okay, so he comes in and around through the loop, the balloon loop. Yep. Have you made it all far too complicated? I don't think so. No. Why? I think it looks great. Tell me what you think. Come on, be different. Leave a comment. Somebody, please. No. Not many people comment. That either means I'm doing something totally wrong or I'm doing something that's pretty right. Okay. 264,000. Yep. Plus 554. That's 800 and let's just say 810. Right. Now that coal goes onto that platform and gets loaded onto this train. 810,000. Righto. Cool. All right. Let's follow him. This is a short one. Yeah, he's probably only worth maybe 100. 810,000. My gosh, it's busy. Okay, what are we worth? 810. So the whole trip is going to be worth what? Let's have a look. 810. Ooh, over $1 million. Roger. Now, if we were to do a direct line between there and there, just one leg, that was 200,000, so that's to there, 400,000 maybe, from that station to there, maybe. So I think that's worth thinking about, breaking up the journey into separate paid leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. We did the same up here. Note the ore and the balloon loop. Okay, here we go. We've got an ore train coming in. Yes, northern ore to Windy. Righto. Comes in, picks up from the platform. Because we've got one-way signals and everything like that set, he can only go out in one direction. Right. When he decides to go. Come on, faster, man. Gee whiz. Okay, he comes out. Yep. And he goes from the ore to here, right? And then we've got another train that goes from there to the steel mill. Because if he went that train all the way to the steel mill, he would only be paid that direct line of sight, distance, money. Yeah. And that wouldn't be much money. Here we go, coming in. It's the other one, but don't worry about it. How much is this worth? Let's have a little look. You are worth $714,000. Okay. Offload onto the northern ore. Right. And he scoots around and heads up this line. 714, was it? And, oh, we just missed one. We just missed one. Come on. Finances. 699. So that's basically 1.4 million for the two legs. That leg and then that leg. So straight line distance from there to there, and then straight line distance from there to there is more profitable than the single train from that point to that point. Something to think about. Point number 10 of 11. Oh. And if you got this far, congratulations. You have the patience that's needed to play this game on a tiny map. Because, yeah, look, 32 million, you know, I was rousing on myself many times for just sitting here chin-wagging and talking to you while we're looking at stuff. But it doesn't take long. That 10 mil that we added since I started, well, how long has that been? 40 minutes? Maybe? 30 something minutes? If you've got the patience, I tell you what, just do things slowly. Okay, normally people go bankrupt in this game, no matter what map they're playing, by trying to do too much at once. Like, you know, doing trains first up, for example, or by whacking that one in and then whacking the conmat in and whacking something else in and whacking this and not concentrating on patiently building up your line rates and making sure that this line is working most efficiently at 200-ish all through the game. And then making sure that the delivery route here, okay, food delivery to Windy, so we're delivering food and tools to Windermere. So the rate's 189. Oh, you're going to embarrass yourself. Probably 124 food, yes, and 40. Oh, that's 175. You've got too many there. Oh, shut up. Well, okay, fine, smarty pants, double one. I have too many. Fine, I'll get rid of how many? Yeah, couple. Okay, that will save me money. 170. I got rid of 3. That's going to save me 3 lots of maintenance on vehicles, plus the money that I earned from selling them. And finally, when things get hot, I love this. Check out the frame rate. Oh, how can we see the frame rate up in that corner? Where is it? 50? Is that 50 or 30? No, 34. At various stages here, I've panicked. That went up to 40. I panicked about the frame rate. And I never realised that computers are designed to operate in air-conditioned environments at around about 22 to 24 degrees Celsius. And that, my friends, is not the environment I work in. No, I don't run an air conditioner. It's a bit hard to run an air conditioner off-grid in a caravan. So, temperatures in here get up to 34, 35 degrees in one particular episode. I think it was episode 24. I thought, ooh, crap. I was looking at 9. So, yep. Summer here in Australia. And those hot days, your computer, if you aren't in an air-conditioned environment, is going to suffer big time, and your frame rates are going to drop, and that's it. My 11 takeaways from the Tiny Map Challenge. I tell you what, it was fun. I had a blast and I hope you did too. If you enjoyed this series, well, please leave a like, and make sure you subscribe and hit that bell if you want to catch me on the next Transport Fever 2 series. I think I'm going to try to work with a real world map of my own. From the north of England, in fact. Northumbria. Ooh, sounds a bit hysterical. It could quite possibly be historical and hysterical, so that it should be interesting. In the meantime, hey, I'm Stephen Spry, and it's hooroo from me, and it's hooroo from him, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.